Good morning, y'all. It's Sunday morning. It's March 24th, and it is 51 degrees out here right now, which is, I'm kind of surprised at how much chilly days we've had for the spring. I'm loving it. I mean, it's been incredible, but it's only going to get up to 67 today, and I'm having to wear this big, thick coat out here because it's chilly. But my name's Rachel. I'm gardening for butterflies and for myself on the Alabama Gulf Coast in Zone 9A. And a lot of fun things have been happening in the garden this week. Not work. Oh no, I have not done anything, but a lot of fun things have happened. So come along with me and I'll show you. I bought some new plants, and my friend Cynthia gave me some things. So I have a few new things in the garden, but nothing really has changed much. Although last night, much to my dismay, an armadillo did visit the garden for the first time this year. I will show you the damage and what to look for. There, you can tell a difference between squirrel damage and armadillo damage for sure. But first I want to show you some plants that I got. Yesterday I went on a plant buying odyssey, but mostly I bought stuff for another garden that I was planting out yesterday. And I do have a little video of the plants that I got for it. But these pentas right here, I love these pentas. They grow giant. I found these at Home Depot. Look, they don't even tell what they actually are. I don't think. It says Star Duster. Okay, Star Cluster pentas, but they grow bigger than the regular pentas, and this color is just very different. It's kind of more of a lilac-y pink. And so I got 3 of them, and I'm going to put them in containers because I am going to save them through the winter. I know that Joe from Joe's Texas Garden, she had some planted out and they lived through the freezes. And then I got some of this Dusty Miller. This is what I'm gonna put along the edge of the flower beds because I just want some silvery fun. All the like garden photos that I've been saving from on Pinterest this week have had little silvery borders, and so I'm really excited about this. And this, something that I'm thrilled about, this is a flowering thyme, and I have some thyme that I've been growing and it's been doing really well, so I really want some that flowers. So I only got one because I wasn't sure if I could keep it alive or keep the armadillos from digging it up, but these things I'm going to pot up and plant out soon. I'm still waiting for my sedum to flower. I was just going to show you because I've got is this one little thing right here. Right there. Should be opening up soon. But y'all, this is so awesome. I did not know how awesome this lamb's ear was going to be. I've been seeing flower beds that are edged in lamb's ear. Oh, and I've really loved that. I got the Dusty Miller because it was like cheaper and you could get a bunch more of it. And I saw some lamb's ear. I can't remember where it was. I think it was at Home Depot. It didn't look too good. It looked kind of, I don't know, if it hadn't been taken care of, I'm not quite sure. But gonna show you right here. Look at this. I pulled out more of it and kind of hung it here, and it's giving me more hope than it ever has before. Oh, and I've got some rosebuds. I think those are James Galway. So things are looking mostly the same here. I have a bunch of seedlings coming up though, and I decided last week I was thinking about putting that Diamond Frost Euphorbia out here, but I know it won't make it through the winter, so I've decided I'm going to put it in pots and then save it in the potting shed over the winter because I just love it so much and I want a ton of it and I don't want it to get ruined. So I just kind of tossed them in these pots just to kind of see the effect, because you know, I've got to rearrange this. This isn't going to stay this way. Although I was going to tell you this calibrachoa right here, I can see it from the kitchen window, and I gotta show you a close-up of it. I want more of this. I haven't seen it anywhere. I got it at Cornucopia. I didn't know how great it was gonna do and how much I was gonna love it, or I guess I would have bought more of it. But it's so pretty, and it's like the thing that I just look at the most from the kitchen window. It's been such a lovely treasure. Something that I never think about talking about, I'm sure I have, but it's just there, and it's bringing sparkle to the garden, and I love it. And you can get a little bit of it, and then you will have it forever. And I mean, some people might be like, don't do it, but I love it, and it gets everywhere. And you can see some right here. It's Creeping Jenny. I've got Creeping Jenny kind of popping up all over, and I planted some over here, and I was just gonna zoom in on it for you. It's just so sparkly and fun. Creeping Jenny. And I had it in pots, and it will kind of overflow the pot, and then it will grow into the ground wherever it is, which I'm okay with. It doesn't, to me, I've never thought of it as a nuisance. It's just wherever it pops up, I'm just like, oh, I'm happy to see you. Now this little Achillea here, isn't it darling? I kept expecting it to get more like brighter, but I think it's got a little, I'm gonna zoom in so you can see that. Like it's a little stripy flower. Why won't it zoom? Oh, there we go. Isn't that sweet? A long time ago, I guess a couple of years ago, I had violets popping up everywhere, and I was charmed by them. And somebody said, listen, those are weeds. And I did not pay attention. And okay, I don't mind them being in the ground, actually. That is not my problem. What I have a problem with violets, because they are just the sweetest darlings, they must throw their seed like really, really far and really high, because I have a jillion of them growing in my pots. I mean, and that's where I dislike it, because they're really hard to pull out. No, I wouldn't mind having a carpet of violets, but I don't want pots full of violets. My friend Cynthia gave me some really amazing gifts. She gave me these pots, and I have put cosmos in them because I want to be able to see them from the kitchen window always. Aren't they lovely? And then she gave me this lovely, lovely chime, and I will ring it for you so you can see it. And she gave me this lovely teak chair and a birding book. And I told her I would sit out here holding my birding book with my binoculars and in a goofy hat and show her. But I've got to let y'all hear the chime. It is so lovely. Because I've always wanted a chime, but I just never always wanted plants more. But listen to this sweet, sweet, gentle. It's just so, I hope the birdies love it too. I can't tell if they do or not. But when it's, yeah, I guess I'll be quiet so you can hear it. So that's so special. So yeah, this right here is the view from my kitchen window, and it's probably the view, not that I spend a lot of time at the sink, but I mean, maybe I do spend a lot of time at the sink, but this is the view of the garden that I see more than ever from the house these days. And so I want it to be pretty, and I'm starting to get a little just kind of frustrated because things aren't growing in as fast as I want them to. Although, look at this. I'm going to have, and I'm going to let it grow right there. That looks like a sunflower. I think it is. I think that has been planted by the birdies from our feeding them. And then this is that rose again that I don't know the name of it, but it has a banana smell to me. And I'm so excited about it being here because it had so many blooms on it last year. That Cosmos, I'm hoping that's enough space for it. If it gets a little bit too big, I will move one or two of those pots out. But this area right here will get full because I've got, I think that's Indigo Spires salvia, and then that's Amistad salvia. This is black and blue salvia, and then Salvia leucantha there. And right in here, I have some seeds, and they're popping up, and I think it's like anise hyssop and zinnias, and it's going to be so pretty if it doesn't get dug up by an armadillo, because I'm going to show you what a tragedy an armadillo in your garden can do. Thank God this is not where I have planted anything, but it came along, it snuffled, dug huge hole there, a deep triangular hole there. That's about 6 inches deep right there. And then it came over here, it kind of dug right there. It didn't get anything. It snuffled. If you can see how it snuffled a path. See this snuffle, digging really deeply right there, and then digging out all in here. This is just looking kind of magical with the sun shining over the little carpet of violets. I'm glad that I didn't yank them all out like I wanted to. I have a bunch of coral nymph salvia growing in the yard, but it's not as big as this one. And this little darling is just over here growing. I think I had this in a pot, or had some stuff in a pot, and I tossed it over here, and look, it's just growing in the ground, and it's blooming. And this sweet little ballerina girl, I have missed her so much. It's like the other salvias are like the stalwarts of the garden and the big brothers of the garden, but this is the darling little ballerina, and I just dote on her, and I'm so excited about, I miss her the most, and I want a jillion of them all through the yard. I'm kind of wanting to dig this one up and put it in a pot and put it somewhere where I can see it better. I potted up a bunch of the seedlings. Not that they were much bigger, but you know what? I just wanted to give them an opportunity to grow faster, because I'm all about growing faster. These have done better. This Gomphrena, oh man, you know what about this Gomphrena? I'm gonna put it all over the garden. It's gonna look like pink dum-dum pops all over the garden. You can call me Willy Wonka. But oh yeah. Here, look at these. Oh, I'm really excited about these because of the hollyhocks. Now, a couple of these are kind of pitiful and can't stand up on their, oh, they're starting to do better. Okay, cool. And then this is Cleome. These things are gonna get giant, I'm hoping. And I don't know what colors they're gonna be. They could be pink, they could be purple, they could be white. I mean, all of those, because it was kind of a variety. And then I've got more Gomphrena over there, and globe basil, and then bishop's something basil. So lots of fun stuff. And down here, verbascum. And I'm gonna take these outside and let them enjoy being outside. I don't think, I mean, if it does rain, I'll bring them in, because I don't want them to get beaten to death, because that happened last year. Oh yeah, I bought another package of millet because I was so sad that I only had 3. So these are doing way better. I guess that one package just didn't have viable seeds. So it looks like almost every seed that I have planted is coming up there. 2 David Austin roses that I can recommend above all the rest for here is Desdemona. This is Desdemona. It's got buds all over it. Desdemona and James Galway. Those two, now James Galway is that climbing rose that I have, and this Desdemona, it really does want to live here. The other ones, maybe not so much, but also this one doesn't mind my terrible slapdash care. Maybe that's what it is. Desdemona is tough. I was hoping if I sat here we could see the bluebird, because there is a bluebird family nesting in this bird house that you can see the backside of right here. That's what my husband named Gandor's house last year. It's a combination of Mordor and Gandalf. But I got a tiny short little video of a bluebird at the birdhouse yesterday that I will share with you. And then also the other video that I have is the song of the bluebird, and I just kept waiting and it was just sitting there and singing. I couldn't see it, but then you'll be able to hear it, and so you'll know what the song of a bluebird sounds like. It's just thrilling. Woolly Dog 23, you were right. Look at this. You told me to dig around right here, gently around this plant to see if I could find a cutworm, and look at what I have discovered. I looked them up to see what a cutworm looked like. This is it. Man, y'all, I wish I had some chickens to feed this thing to. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it up on my little platform to feed the birds, and hopefully the doves will find it as a very tasty treat, because they're all kind of sitting on the eaves of the house staring at me, wanting me to leave so that you can eat their breakfast. So this is so exciting. Thank you, Woolly Dog. It's March 18th, and I've just spotted our very first hummingbird of the season. He is in, look how fat he is too. Look how cute he is. So he's in the center of this frame. He is in the grapefruit tree, my neighbor's grapefruit tree right here. So I just, isn't he just the cutest thing? So I just put out a feeder and I hope that he will find it. I kind of held it up as I was hanging it out. Oh, there he is, there he is. I'm sorry, I hope this isn't making you drunk, but I think he's probably drinking the from the blossoms of the grapefruit and from my oranges. There aren't a whole lot of blossoms around here except for a few little pansies and petunias. I'm sure he probably drinks out of them too, but yay, y'all. The hummingbird is in the middle of this tree. I forgot to tell y'all about these cosmos that I found. I found this cosmos. I got 3 of them at the Alberta Co-op, and I think I might end up putting these in pots to guarantee that they will not get dug up or chewed up, because I love them so much and I want to see them from the kitchen window. And I've never had cosmos before, even though I've tried to grow them from seed and everybody says it's really easy, and it just didn't work for me. But aren't they just lovely? Just so cheerful. I just discovered another larval host plant that I left out from last week's video, and this is called frog fruit. And look, it's got a little flower right here. It will have a bunch of those little white flowers, but it is a larval host plant for the common buckeye also. And then it's a larval host plant for several other ones. There was a list of them and I don't remember them all, but a lot. So this is kind of like a ground cover. I have it growing all through here. I've been stomping it down. It has grown over the stones, you know, and it looks kind of sad, but it's very resilient. And so if you grow it, you know, you will have it forever. And it's a really great thing to have. So get some frog fruit. And this is a cudweed, which it is a weed. But you know what? It is a larval host plant for the American lady butterfly. And I used to yank these out all the time because I hated them. But you know what? I don't know why I hated them, because they're kind of really pretty. They've got kind of a silvery blue look to them. But so I'm gonna let these live because I love American lady butterflies. And you know what? You might have a lot of bonus larval host plants growing in your yard and not even know it. Oh my goodness, y'all. Do you see that tiny brown dot right there in the center of that leaf? That is a giant swallowtail caterpillar. This is on my orange caracara tree. That is a giant swallowtail egg right there. So there's the egg, and here is the tiniest instar of the caterpillar. Gosh, it's really hard to see. Look at the exquisite color of this pansy. Is that not just phenomenal? I feel like I have just been all over the world looking for plants today, but I just got back from going to Lowe's and Home Depot and Cornucopia, and at Lowe's I found these pentas. What's cool about them, yeah, they are $8, but the thing is there are 3 pentas in here in one pot. And then I saw little pentas for sale at Home Depot, and they were like almost $4 a piece for tiny little ones. So look at this, you get 3 for $8. So I got these at Lowe's, and then at Cornucopia, look at what they had. I'm so excited because this is Saturday. You know what? I don't know what the day is. Maybe it's the 23rd or something. Anyway, Mystic Spires Salvia. They had these at Cornucopia. I got 2 of them. These are to plant out in a little community garden that I plant out every year. I'm not going to put them in mine because I'm pretty sure I have those already. But and then I found these salvia. Now, I've never grown these before. These are called Greggy Mirage Violet. But aren't they sweet? So that's going to be interesting. And another salvia. I don't know if I've ever grown Victoria Blue before. I might have grown some from seed and it didn't do well, but I got a couple of those. And then look at here. This was also at Cornucopia. Coral Nymph Salvia, y'all. I'm super excited about that. And then they had these little Dusty Millers, which I am going to put out in this little community garden. But yeah, thrilled about these. Talking about birds, I do have something else to share with you, but you gotta promise not to get upset if you watch it and something upsetting happens. So in Orange Beach, we have a camera on an osprey nest, but this year owls have taken it over, and this is the time of year that ospreys are in the nest, but now it's too late. They're going to have to make a new nest somewhere else. So the owls are in the nest, and there's a camera on it, and you can watch it 24/7. And owls they don't eat fish. See, I never got upset about what ospreys were eating because it was just fish, and you know, who cares? But owls will eat anything, and hey, I wouldn't mind if they're just eating rats, but they're not. So sometimes the owls bring food back to the nest, and it is a little birdie, and or maybe a somewhat big birdie, and that is upsetting. But it is really cool. They've got eggs, and they've had some babies hatch, and I've got a little short video of and taken from a computer screen. So, and you can see a little white thing moving between the mom's feet, and that's the baby. And I was going to share a couple of little videos of that because they're gorgeous, and they're great horned owls, and I guess they'll probably be there until they raise all the babies. But if you can watch it yourself, and I was going to tell you how to look it up. Look up Wolf, WOLF, Bay, B-A-Y, camera, C-A-M-E-R-A, and it's the Orange Beach something or other, and just press play, and you will be seeing it live, and it's a view of Wolf Bay with the osprey nest and the owls, and it's pretty interesting and amazing. Just remember, sometimes there will be things that you don't want to see. The lavender's still making it. And I just wanted to show you the barrenness of this. I mean, it just kind of looks barren right here at the front yard, but there are thousands of little seedlings coming up through here. Not just zinnia, but all kinds of crazy. I just had stuff that needed to go, that had been in packages, and I didn't know if it was viable, and I just tossed it out here. So there's just no telling what's going to be here. So I'm just going to show you this barren wasteland looking area until you start to really look closely, and then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, there are just so many babies out here, so much hope and so much room for activities. So later, when it looks better, I will show it to you again. And in case you want to know what a darling coral nymph salvia seedling looks like, this is it. See how it's got a kind of sheen to it? Let them grow. Let every single one of them grow. You will not regret it. They are a treasure. Also on Monday, we went back to Bellingrath Gardens. All of a sudden I couldn't remember the name. Expressly to see all of their amazing azaleas, and it was pretty. And I'm going to share video from that like after this, because there's a lot of it and I don't want to cut any of it out. I want you to get to see it. And it was so gorgeous. I don't know if we were there right after the azaleas had peaked or like right before, on the cusp of it, but if you remember what the rose garden looked like in November, you'll be shocked by what the rose garden looks like now, because there are not any roses. So November, the first week in November, the rose garden is incredible, and at this time of year they're just basically sticks. But y'all, thank you so much for coming with me through my garden. It's been so fun, and I'm so thankful I get to share these things with y'all, and I hope that some amazing things are happening in your garden. And God bless y'all. I can't wait to hear about what's happening with y'all, and y'all, let's play outside. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Y'all, I'm at Bellingrath Gardens, and look at this. They have kale and dianthus growing all together, and then containers with petunias. Isn't that really cool? This is gonna look so neat when the kale gets so huge. But dianthus, petunias, and kale backed by azaleas, is that not just darling? Oh, so many azaleas. So when I was here in November, this rose garden was full of roses, and right now everything is just a stick. And I'm about to just kind of show you what it looks like now in March. It is just kind of sad. But you know what? It will be gorgeous in November. This is the kind of azalea that my grandmother has in her garden that smells incredible. It has a sweet, sweet smell. And look, we are at Bellingrath Gardens, and this is the walk where you come down and head toward the house. And then the great lawn is to your right, and all down this path is azaleas. I didn't even think about them having tulips at Bellingrath Gardens, but here are some red and yellow and orange ones. They're so lovely. Just a few, but just a lovely, lovely display. Here we are at the bottom of the reel, and it goes up, 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 all the way up to the house. Joe, you're gonna love this. Look at what they're doing. They're letting these little wild geraniums grow in the little cracks of the stairs. Isn't that darling? What I love about this reel is that just has the sound of water constantly flowing. It's just so peaceful and so lovely. These containers have kale and dead nettle in them. Isn't that a fun combination? We are having a perfect day here. The birdies are singing so happily, and it's just so perfect. So much beauty. There's even a little chapel at Bellingrath Gardens. There are 2 rills at Bellingrath. The one that I showed you earlier